Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming tonight for my final event of my residency. And first, I want to give my sincere thanks to the founders, the donors, the contributor of this source place that has the soul of this artist, that it nourishes me every day. I'm here in this short time, and I have had an amazing experience in Source Place, and I'm appreciative for Source Place, the founders, and Global Lounge for your support with nothing asked for return. So this is a really, all this means the world to me. This is my first experience to be an artist in residence. And it has been a wonderful, amazing experience, and I hope in the future I can have some more. So first, also, I thank you all for coming here. When I realized that I only have like less than a month in Source Place, and plus I also taught like a weekend of workshop, and at the beginning of my residency, I had two days weekend of the open studio, so I lost like 4 or 5 days in this residency. So I was so ambitious that I wanted to create like 4 or 5 paintings, but I realized that my time is so limited. And over this process, I'm also like reading a book. This book's name is 4,000 Weeks. So that is about like if we live 80 years old, and we about to have like 4,000 weeks. So it's a short time, and the book is about how to arrange your time, how to like manage your time, like in a good way. But actually, the book is not like a traditional book to teach you how to really get the best out of your time every day. Actually, what I learned from that book is that we are all finite human beings, and the things are endless, and our ambitions, our hope, our dreams are endless. So this is the like forever conflict between these two things. So the only thing you can get from this is that you accept that we are finite human beings, and we do what we can do, and we do the things that best represent ourselves, or the things that we want to do the most, like the things that are the most important for us, most important to spend your time on. And so I feel that why I do this whole project has taken me over 5 years. I started it in around COVID, but the beginning of the journey was quite difficult. Over time, it becomes a little easier. What I mean easier is that it was a little easier for me to find the people who would like to collaborate with me. At the beginning, it was very difficult. People, they did not know what I want from them. So there were a lot of fractions in the process. But over time, I have figured this out, and I'm on the journey. I keep meeting amazing women, amazing people that I could keep collecting their stories, and spend time with them. This is the process of each of my painting. I would invite the woman to find the time to meet with me. Either we meet at normally a public space is fine, but it's not the best. So maybe go to a place that they feel comfortable, and they can open up to share their stories with me. Okay, I've got to tell, let's continue. So, and it depends on how much time they have. I would give as much time as they can give me. So that is the second thing I learned from this book, 4,000 Weeks, is that actually what everyone does is not important to the universe, to other people. what it means the most is only to yourself. So you have the option and freedom to choose the things like means the most meaningful to yourself. So I feel that this project becomes so meaningful to myself. So I would like to spend many weeks in my life to work on this project, to share my life with a woman. So every woman who would like to collaborate with me, they are sharing a piece of their life with me. And I honor that, and I sincerely feel that I'm so honored that they would like to spare a piece of their life with me. That means everything to me. And I'm also sharing my life with them, and I am sharing my life to this whole project, and this is ongoing. I don't know when it will end. Maybe it will shift a little bit, but this direction is consistent. So I want to continue this journey. I feel that I'm so grateful that I came to the US with this identity as an immigrant, and also keep changing identities, like a fluid identity. Sometimes I am blue collar labor in a fast food restaurant. I also worked in a Chinese restaurant in the kitchen. So sometimes I'm an artist, sometimes I'm a teacher, sometimes I am a friend, sometimes I am an interviewer, I'm a listener, sometimes I am a storyteller. My identity can continuously change, and I learn to embrace my fluid identity. And all these women I have met, these amazing women, these people, they all experienced the change of identities. And each journey is unique, is different, but the shared spirit is the human dignity and resilience. And what I mean is that I feel that this topic is not only about the immigrant and the refugee woman, it's about everyone. Because in a certain part of our lives that we would face or experience periods that I feel that we are outsider, and we want to search for belongings. So we don't know the future. We are uncertain. So this is a common human experience. This is why my backgrounds, most of the backgrounds are blank or abstract, because this way the labels about these people are removed, and you only are facing a person, a human, and you only make this one-on-one connections with these people, and just to know them as a person. Maybe this person, you met her, you pass through her on the street, you would never give her a second look. But I hope that through my paintings, you can take some time to look into each person's eyes, and look into their stories, look into their experiences, and I'm sure you can find the connections, the human connections, humanity between all of us. So I think that this project is not only meaningful for myself, it is meaningful for everyone, that we could find maybe ourselves or someone important in our lives from these faces, from these people.
Yeah.
Yes. So the third painting from here is a painting that I finished during my residency. I did do four drawings, and I finished 2 paintings. This is one. Leah Babayang, she lives in Twin Falls, and a very amazing, beautiful woman, and also an advocate for human rights, and for the eager of sharing the unknown, the buried stories, the suffering of a nation, and not only one nation, but many nations. Yeah, so she's an amazing woman and entrepreneur. And the other portrait is my I did the portrait for Hallie. Hallie is our artist here in Source Place, and Hallie is not immigrant, but Hallie is a descendant of immigrants. Yes, and Hallie is an amazing artist and a very gentle soul and a very, very supportive and quiet, but always be there if I need her. So I will contribute this painting to Source Place as my like thank you. Yeah, thank you. A piece. So I only finished 2, but this whole experience just encourages me to keep going, to create more works and to share more stories with people. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for choosing coming to this event tonight instead of staying home or going to another event. Thank you for sharing 2-3 hours of your life with me.
Yidan is available for questions. If you have anything that you're interested in, it's time for our Q&A session. If you have some questions.
Yes.
I have a question just about your technique, which is I love so much that your work is this combination between things that are like almost perfect looking and then things that are loose. I was wondering, in learning how to do that, did you ever have moments where maybe you're doing a painting and there's a part that's kind of loose, but maybe you don't like how it looks? I was curious what that journey's been like for you, because it's almost like, I feel like all of your paintings, the loose part just looks perfect too. Like it's all amazing, but I can imagine along the way it's like there's something to learn there from that process, and I'm wondering, would you erase stuff? Would you kind of add water, or were there things where you're like, oh no, that's too much, and you had to throw a painting away? I was just wondering if you could speak to what that's like.
Yeah, they are all experimenting. So how they look like at this point is the final look, but they can go to any direction with a dripping and with a abstractive background. Things can go wrong, but sometimes you want to think this way, that they might look around to you, but maybe they don't look around to other people. So you never know. So a lot of times you have to let go. Yeah.
This is what I think. I think you went, oops, wait a minute, that looks really good. That's what I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, so actually I struggle a lot with many of the paintings. The process was not always that smooth. Sure. Yeah.
I have seen Hung Lu's paintings before, and you have a stylistic relationship with her. Can you talk about that relationship that you have with her work and with her as a person?
Yes, so that is a long statement, so I can simplify it. So Hong Lu was Chinese-American portraiture artist, oil painter, and she lived in Oakland in California. And she was a very accomplished artist that I already knew some years before I met her in person. And I just felt that she is such a big figure, like as an immigrant woman, but she's so successful, and I just admired her afar for some years. And suddenly one day in 2018, I met her at an event in Kansas City. And we met in the elevator, and she started to talk to me, and we look at each other with both Asian faces and start to talk. And she was so open, so warm. And she just random talking like a random person on the street. But she came to an event. It's about one of my works. So she came to my event. So we start to talk, and we figured out that, okay, we both are Chinese. Okay, you are artists too. Oh, great. And where are you from? Okay, you graduated from China Central Academy of Fine Arts? Me too. And so we just found so much common. We share so much common like experience. And I just, oh, it's so nice. And what's your name? And she said, I'm Liu Hong. This is in Chinese. I'm Liu Hong. I'm a painter too. And I asked, are you that famous artist, Liu Hong? She said, oh, yeah, I'm not that. So I, oh, okay. Wow, you come here for what? She said, my friend said there is an event, so we just came. I was, oh my gosh. And so she took photos for me when I was at the event, and she shared the photos with me. So after that, she said, I'm going to another event at the Kemper Contemporary Art Museum of Contemporary Art. And would you like to come with me? I said, yes, why not? Yeah. So I just feel that this big figure, this big artist is so down to earth, so warm, and her energy, her warmth, her vibrance, like vibrant personality just like touched me, like just melt everything between us, the distance, or my admiration for her makes like it's a little like distancing, but her personality just melt all of this. I just feel wow, I really love her. I just feel, but actually people said about her is everyone feels that. Everyone felt that about her, so she feels like she's the best friend of everyone. That's the charming personality she had. So when I started this project, I reached out to her. We use Chinese. I'll use a software that we can communicate. It's the software that the most population in the world use it, but because Chinese people are the most populated nation, so we kept in touch over that way, and I really hoped that I can meet her again. But when I started this project, I was so excited, and I thought I would reach out to her and see if she would be interested. So I reached out to her, and she replied to me. She's such a busy lady with so many projects always going on at the same time, and she encouraged me. And she also allowed me to do portrait of her, and so that's the way I not this one. I did two smaller paintings of her, and I just felt that they are mediocre paintings. They are not good, so I did not show her. And suddenly one day I heard that she passed away on the news. That emotion just hit me on my face, and I felt why I did not tell her anything. This is a picture that I found on her website. I presented several pictures of her. I asked which ones that she would allow me to paint, and she picked some pictures, except this one. Because when I met her, she had some black hair and white, it's a mixture hair. But in this picture, her hair was all gray, so all white. I think maybe she felt that she looked older in this picture, so she did not pick this picture, but this picture really spoke to me. So I thought, okay, she did not allow me to paint this one. I would just put it aside and paint the other pictures. And they were mediocre paintings, so I wasn't brave enough to show her. And the bad news, the sad news came to me that just hit me so deep. So I encouraged myself to reach out to her husband. And I asked her, I said, Mr. Kelly, who I am, we met only one time, and I really admired her, and not only her personality, her art, her ambition, her achievement, but also her subject, that she always painted the people who are marginalized and the poor people, the immigrants, so all the people that not traditionally in art galleries. And I said that I really wanted to do this portrait of her, but I did not get her permission. Would you let me to paint this? And he was very kind, and he said, yes, you may paint this portrait. So I did this one, this big one, and I did not know if it was good or bad. It was the first big paint, like this size painting in my series. I did not know, so I did not show him. Until earlier this year, he heard about it, and so he saw it through other people's introduction, like Marsha. Marsha was a person who helped to make the connections. So Marsha told them about me and this painting, and he saw it, and he reached out to me. He said, it's beautiful. Yeah, so finally I received this recognition from the most dear person in her life. So she passed away only less than 3 months before her big retrospective solo show at the Smithsonian American Portrait Art Museum. That was the only first solo show of immigrant artist and a woman artist. Yeah, so I used the dripping. One lady asked me about this. I used the dripping. That was her technique to honor her. And she termed this as weeping realism. So she gave this a term. And I used that to honor her, to represent her portrait. But this process gave me this enlightenment. I feel this technique is speaks to me so much. It's so vibrant, and also it kind of helps me to tell the complex emotions in the woman, in the people I paint, in their experience. So I inherited her technique and keep using it. Hi.
I'm curious on your process when you sit down with your subjects and you learn about them and their story or stories, and I'm imagining that you begin to kind of formulate in your mind how you're going to approach the art itself. But then through the stories, does that changes, I would imagine. And I wonder if you could speak to that.
Actually, I never had planned before I really meet or interview them. I would always go follow their willing, that if they feel comfortable at home or at a certain place, I only ask them to wear whatever they want to wear or whatever represent themselves. And over the process that I listen to their stories, and at the same time, I always tell them about my journey, my lived experiences. So that is a mutual conversation. And I would tell them, please, in the process, maybe I feel that your gesture or your expression is nice. I would ask you to pause. And if I ask you pause, if you can pause, I would take photos. So I take as many photos as I can. And if some of them had time, I would like to do a quick sketch of them, but I never was able to paint them at the site. It's just impossible. But I take many photos from my collection, and the time, the shared moments, the shared life that we overlapped in that moment, they all imprinted in my memory, along with my record, with my notes, with my photos. So they gave me this impression. And when I get back, I will look through the photos and try to figure out which one I feel is most actually moving to me, not what they would like. So what I feel that this photo can convey a deeper emotion or more story about this person. And actually the painting process is a process that I keep knowing. I keep knowing them. I keep getting deeper understanding about them, even they're not with me. But imagine that you stare at a person for a month or 2 months, you just feel that you know everything about them. You don't have to know their experiences, but you know them as a soul. You know them as a human being. You know them as a person who shares the same very similar emotions, the resilience, the dignity. Their eyes, their faces, their gestures, they tell you everything about them. So that is a process that I get to know them, and I get to put my feelings into them, and hopefully can help you to get to know them. Yeah. Yes.
You have long classical training in China.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you've been in the West, have you felt any of the Western influence changing your approach, your technique?
Yes, yes. So my bachelor's degree was in Chinese painting. So that is a completely different techniques. They are different techniques, different substrate, like the surface that I won't use watercolor paper, the Chinese silk or Chinese rice paper that I would use in my art, and but my training actually in China, the 8 years of training. A big part of it was a training of Western foundation. Yeah. So I already influenced by Western masters, Western artists a lot in the years of training. But the last 4 years of my Chinese training was only focusing on Chinese art. So after I came here, especially started with this project, I loosened up my background. As before, I always my interest was very meticulous. So I would like to depict every corner in the painting to tell a full 3D environment story, and I want to depict this painting as perfect as I can. But the program also taught me, my supervisor, the professors at Idaho State University, they taught me the concept about contemporary art. And I think that she was my mentor, even she did not teach me, but her spirit, she's my role model and also my mentor. So through this painting, actually, I started this losing up and even no background to. I think this is a Western influence, yeah. But also in China, in traditional Chinese art, we also have big empty spaces. It's just different, yeah, just loosen up. And my art always is a combination of Eastern art and the Western art, yeah.
That was probably a very healing process.
Yes, yes.
Do you show your paintings to your subjects when they're done?
I do not, if I can, I would do, yeah. Like her, I cannot. Yeah, but with the ones I do my best to show them. Yeah, sometimes it's a little difficult because I don't know if they like it. Yeah, yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, I still have to show them. Yes.
We have any questions in here?
Hi.
Which one of these were hardest for you to create, and whichever one why?
Among these ones, I think that Hong Lo's portrait was difficult because that was the first one I did so big a head. That was difficult, but Leah's portrait was it was a journey that I kept erasing her face and adjust her eyebrows. That was a kind of a bumpy journey. Yeah. Yes.
Can you tell us more about painting
Leah.
Leah?
Yes. So Leah was very generous that she spent. I think I was generous too. We shared with each other 7, 8, 9 hours together. We shared our lives for a long time. At that process, that her baby was always around, and the baby wasn't patient, and sometimes we had to stop and deal with the baby. But she was so generous to tell me everything about her life, everything that So when I painted her, I recorded our conversation. So I kept listening to her, our conversation. I just feel I was so ignorant at the time when I was listening to her, because I did some like more homework afterwards, and I just feel that I feel a little ashamed that I had no idea about the history of the nation, the people, and how much suffer they went through. And she was so patient to tell me everything, I'm just ignorant. She told me everything, and I went back to listen to that. I feel that I understand now. I understand her so much better, so much deeper, and how generous she is, and how brave she is, and how strong a woman she is. Because she never cried. I measure this by see if they cry, because I cry a lot. I'm very emotional. She did not, but she went through such horrific experience with her family. I don't know if in the future I would be able to meet with her mother, so I'm interested in that version of the same experience. But yeah, so Leah, so the whole process, I just look at her all the time and try to figure out the relationship. No, I mean aesthetically on the painting, the depths, the relationship of the two figures, and how she protects the babies. And I struggled a lot in the background. My idea kept changing, and it ended. I wanted to cap some white space, but I ended up did not have much white space. But the layers of my struggle with the background, just it dawned on me that I feel that is a whole background history of her nation, that how they went through all this yes, very complex and dark, and yes, so all this. So her portrait and her baby is not only herself and her baby, it is a representative of that whole whole nation and the people, and how they hold on hold on the hope for the future generations. Even they genocide, they pushed away the kind of a little Israel, but also a little nowadays the Gaza people. So they all share the similar suffering in the history. So she is a representative of this whole heavy history over to hundreds of years of history of the conflict between different nations. Yeah. Any more questions?
Anyone else? Questions? Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Really wonderful. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.